Alright, so I got the new kayak, the 2021 Hobie Mirage Outback, and I got it in Ivory Dune in color, mainly because I didn't want papaya orange or yellow or green. They have a camo one, but I didn't want that one either. This kayak is 12'9" in length. It's 34 inches wide at its widest point here by the seat. I'll show you everything that the kayak comes with, and then some of the stuff that I bought for it. It has a couple storage compartments. You got a square hatch right here in the cockpit. It has this white plastic tray, and you got a little mesh holder here in the front. I got my cable ran for the fish finder, but I'll show you that here in a minute. And we got a hatch in the front. The hatch doesn't have a liner or a bag or anything in there. It's just to the inside of the kayak. But I got this fish bag. This is the medium-sized fish bag from Hobie. It fits inside here. So you could put ice or frozen water bottles or whatever. And you can put food and drinks in there too. Or if you're going to put your catch in there, you can do that. You got the Mirage pedal drive. It has a couple adjustments for the pedal. And then you have your forward and reverse for it. But it's a fin drive. There's no propeller, which is pretty neat. And these fins do have, they call it kick-up fins. So if you do hit something underwater on accident, they will fold up to the bottom of the kayak to prevent damage. Of course, the kayak comes with an oar, and it's got these little bungee tie downs on both sides, so you can put the oar on either side. You got 4 molded in fishing rod holders. There's 2 up here, and then there's 2 behind the seat. Now these ones back here are kind of more at an angle, so I've seen people use them for trolling as well, which is kind of neat. You got cup holders on both sides on the Outback, which I think is a little funny. But you also have your rudder control on both sides, which is very cool. Because if you're fishing, depending on what side of the boat you're landing your fish on, if you need to adjust anything, you can use the rudder control to turn your boat. So you can see that right there. You got this H-rail track mount system, which is here on both sides on the front. So the H-rail part has its own line of accessories, and then the track mount also. So you got one in the H-rail, and then you got another track mount right here, standalone. On both sides, you got 2 tie downs, they're like tethers, so you can tie off your pliers or whatever in case you tip over or you're worried about losing them in the water. And then you also have these little tie downs right here that go into the track mount. So you could put like a Plano tackle box or something right here, and then just put this over the top of it into the H-rail, and it'll keep it from falling out or anything. And your little mesh pocket. You got they have some pre-drilled holes for any wiring that you're going to run in the kayak. So I ran mine on this side, right? But they have these nice grommets with pieces to fit different sizes of cabling, just to make sure that it stays watertight. And then moving back, you got just a nice molded in tray here. I've seen people just put if they're switching lures and stuff, sometimes they'll put stuff like that here. I'll probably use the cup holder or something up here in the little mesh pocket if I'm going to be doing anything like that. You got another track mount set back here with some bungees. It kind of has a square cutout in the rear tank well right here. You could put like a ice chest if you wanted, or a couple other different items, but a lot of storage. And then this side basically looks the same. You got your other rod holder, your little groove right here, rudder control, and cup holder. So there's a couple pull tabs up here in the front. One's for the rudder and one's for the transducer plate. There's a plate for the transducer for the fish finder on the bottom of the kayak. So if you're ever gonna beach the kayak, or know you're coming into some place that's really shallow, you can pull both of these tabs. These little teeth right here will hold on to the rope, and it sucks up the rudder to the bottom of the kayak, and then it also pulls up this transducer plate into the bottom of the kayak, so you don't risk damaging anything, which I think is really nice. And of course, you just got your handle on the front of the kayak, and it has a nice rail that's bolted onto the back as a grab handle. I'm still waiting on my wheel cart to show up at the dealer that I bought the kayak from, but that'll end up going into the scupper holes into the bottom of the kayak, right underneath where the live well is, and you can wheel the kayak back and forth from the truck to the water or back. So as far as accessories go, I have the fish bag. This is the medium size one. I may get the large or extra large in the future, which people just leave it sitting right up here instead of trying to fit it down in the hole, and they'll just get some tie downs. They'll add another eyelet like this one right here. They'll add it to the sides, and then just like use bungees to tie down the large or the extra large fish bag, and that way you can keep larger fish. Just keep them with ice. I did get this track mount rod holder, so you can adjust it, left or right, up or down. I'm going to primarily use it for trolling. And then on this side, I got a camera mount. It's got a couple different joints on there that are adjustable. And then the big one, this is the fish finder, Lowrance Elite FS7, 7-inch screen, touch screen. It's full GPS chart plotter. It came with the 3-in-1 transducer. It's got the standard chirp sonar, and then it has down imaging and side scan as well. So when you're running this, you can have the screen split up into 4s, and you can have all 3 sonars running to give you a whole lot of information if you're fishing some kind of a structure. And then in the last corner, you can have your chart plotter open. So if you drift over something that you're getting some readings on, you can just hit this little waypoint button right here, and it'll save a waypoint in your chart plotter. I added these extra rails. This H rail, it's a 21-inch H rail. It's not from the factory. The Outback doesn't come with it, but they sell you this kit, and it just bolts into these existing mounting holes that come with the track system that does come with the kayak. So just something else to hold on to for stability, getting up and down out of the chair, moving around the kayak. And like I said, there are a lot of different accessories you could buy to fit the H rail. So just a lot of versatility there. So got a little Velcro bag that straps to the back of the seat. A lot of people just keep like a little windbreaker jacket in here, and then a first aid kit if you fuck yourself up when you're out on the water. And then I got the live well, the Hobie live well. This is the version 2 live well. It holds up to 8 gallons. You can adjust it to hold 4 gallons, or you can run it at full capacity. But it runs on a 6-volt battery. You just got your on-off switch. This is the compartment for the battery, and then you have this little spout, which is like it's a drain adjuster for the drain. They also sell it with rod holders mounted. So with those 3, if you have everything added up, I could take 8 rods out. I don't think I'm ever going to take 8 rods out at one time, but it's just funny that there's that many holders. But the live well just plumbs into scupper holes that are here in the rear tank well. There's an inlet and outlet for it. And the battery lasts for about 8 to 10 hours is what it sounds like. So I got my visibility flag right here also, so that other boaters and stuff can see you. You don't get ran down when you're out on the water. It came with the orange flag, but I end up getting this other flag to put on there because it's cool, and also America, you know. And I got the batteries for everything. I got the FPV Power Pro, or not Power Pro, but FPV Power lithium battery, 12 volt, 17.5 amp hours. This is for the fish finder. So this will last for about 17 or 18 hours, full charge down to 0. And you can take it down to 0 because it's a lithium battery. And then the 6 volt, 10 amp hour. This is what came with the live well. So it'll run the live well for 8 to 10 hours. I've seen videos where people will take the pigtail for it and tie it into a lithium battery to make it last much longer. So I'll probably do that in the future. And then I got my standard Horizon. It's the HX890 VHF radio. So that's only for when I go out in open water, like on the ocean. Go outside in Morro Bay, fish outside the rock, try to fish in like 100 to 200 feet of water. And it's just a case of emergency. It has its own GPS, and I have it registered online. That radio is registered online with my information, so if anything goes down, I just hit the distress button and it'll send out a beacon, so they'll come save my ass. And that brings me to my life jacket, the Astral V8 model, I believe is what it is. So it's a level 3 life vest, which basically means it'll keep me afloat, but if I go unconscious in the water for some reason, or go unconscious and fall in the water, I'll probably die. It won't keep my head out of the water. But as long as I don't go unconscious, it'll keep me alive, keep me afloat. Alright, I think that's about it.